Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And
Hey everybody,
Dale,
good morning.
yes, Dale, welcome to the winner circle. You're going to love it here. If I can stay awake past 7, we're going to get back to doing Google Meets very soon because I really enjoy them. And yeah, become a member and Google Meet with us.
Yeah,
It's how we get to know each other. Hey, Mr. Sunshine, good to see you. Steadies, knitting,
Calamity, Cassandra, good to see
Yeah, I
you
was
guys.
getting there. Can you hear me scrolling?
That's all right.
Thank y'all so much for being here. Um, how was everybody's night? Hey, Christy, good morning. Good to
Hey
see
Christy,
you.
hey knitting. My night was good, except that I'm having some issues with sleeping. So I was up like 24 hours, which I hate that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I could not go to sleep no matter what I did. Finally fell asleep around 3 a.m. Slept till maybe 5 something, and then I've been up ever since. So I don't know what the issue is, why I'm not sleeping, but
Yeah, I don't know what to do about the drag that I'm hitting so early. Good morning, Pam.
no.
Um,
Well,
and
because the sun
it's
goes down early now. The sun goes down at like noon. It's
right,
ridiculous.
and my brain's like, "Hello, do you see the darkness? That means we go to
That
bed."
means we go night nights. Hey, Body Cat. Good morning,
Hey,
honey. Hey,
body cat,
Pamela.
and
Yeah. Like you finish breakfast and it's like, oh, look, sunset. Nice.
mm-hmm. Or as soon as I eat dinner, I'm like, "Hey, P Day, drink Nyquil before bed." Oh,
No, I do. I,
on it.
I got myself a whole cocktail. All a whole little regime, if you will. What is that what it's called? A little nighttime routine. I have one of those.
Hey, Carol, good to see you, P Day.
I take
It,
everything.
I I just take melatonin, and then I have a sleeping pill I take half of. So far, let me knock, because they said eventually, I'd have to take more, but so far it's just half. But and it works still, like heavily works. I'm just like,
Knitting artisan, is that English? I don't even think I can say any of those words that you just wrote out.
hey, Sandy.
Those are way too big words for me. But maybe I'll copy and paste them into Amazon and see what comes up. You're too smart for me, girl.
Hey, Charlie. Good morning. So last night, before I
Hey, Charlie. Sorry, go ahead.
shamelessly went to bed and watched Shameless, which I think I'm on the last season. I'm not sure though. It could be on. I think there's 11 seasons. I could be on 10.
Hey, Jen. Hey, Sandy. Yeah, that's a long show.
Yeah, I think yeah, it was on for a lot of years, and of course I got emotional at last night. I was in bed and I thought, man, you're laying here crying, but it was happy tears because Malkovich and Ian. I know some people don't know who that is, but got married, and you just think back to, I'm gonna get emotional again, season 1, where it's hard for them. They've had a hard time.
No.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for spoiling the ending for anybody who wanted to watch it.
Oh, y'all are welcome. I'll do that every time. I apologize now. I
That's
will,
okay.
Peter.
I'm one of the few people on the earth I think that appreciate a good spoiler.
Okay, Peter.
Just ruin it
Mhm.
for me. It's fine. Just tell me. I hate being bad surprised. If it's a good surprise, that's fine. But if it's a bad surprise, like everybody dies and the dog dies and everything, no, just tell me. Just tell me so I don't have to see it in the theater.
Right. Right. I know I can't stand a spoiler, but don't don't ever ask me, because I will say, well, then I can't tell you. But I'll end up giving it away. No, they got married, but it's okay. I have never time to watch it anymore. But I know the characters and understand why you got emotional. Thank you. I did. I got emotional. You want me to tell you? Okay, well, Sandy, I'll tell you what not to watch. Joker 2. If you liked Joker 1, do not waste any money or time on Joker 2. Even if when it comes out free on if you have HBO or whatever, which
Don't
for
even
now
bother. Just pretend they never made it.
yeah.
And the series ended with Joker 1. Just pretend. Pretend they didn't even make it.
Yeah.
Waste time.
But tomorrow night, I mean, yesterday, this is how, you know, Jim is, yeah, it's a TV show, Charlie, and it's on Netflix.
Have you watched Sons of Anarchy? Do you know that show?
No, but I plan on doing it next.
Oh, girl. It's good.
That's what I've heard.
It's hardcore, though, girl. It's hardcore.
You know what? I'm down now. I'm hardcore. That's me. I'm getting a Harley. I'm gonna do.
All right. It's really good. I love Sons of Anarchy.
But so tomorrow night is for those of y'all who absolutely don't care but have to care because y'all love me, is the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. And even Jim, who is totally against any sporting event ever.
Yeah, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. I mean, that's kind of
That's big.
that's a legend fight right there.
I'm on it. As soon as I finish this one, P-Day, I'm going to go back and miss all the stuff because of that stupid job I had for so many years. Ugh.
Mm.
And
The
now that I'm a
hottie's
grandma.
name is Jax. Charlie Sunum or whatever his name is. That's the good-looking blonde guy.
Lady Witch, good morning. Yeah, so
No matter what he does, he's the good guy. No matter what he does. I don't care how many people he kills. I don't care how many terrible times he goes to jail. Don't care. He's a hero.
And I don't know how many yesterday, Jim was at work. Not dinner, not lunch. And I called and I'm like, 2 sleeps till Paul versus Tyson. And he said I would pay $100 to see him knock Jake Paul out. And I'm like, first of all, calm down. I don't hate Jake. I just don't want to see Mike
I could
Tyson
watch
lose.
Mike Tyson kick his ass. I'd be all right with
Me
that.
too. I don't ever want to see Mike Tyson lose.
No.
So this one I'm rooting for Tyson, but I wouldn't bet on the fight. Like I'm not a bettor anyway. I wouldn't even know who to bet.
Pammy, not Pammy. Who was it? Yeah, Pammy. I love Gemma too. Gemma's good. Gemma's good. I love her too. She's incredible. Matriarch of the family. I would love for you to get into Sons of Anarchy, but it's hard, Randy. Like it's hard to. Some things I have to hide my eyes for some of the things on that show.
Really?
Yes. Like it's kind of graphic, I think you're gonna like it. I really do. I just want you to be ready. Like it's hardcore.
Oh, I'm okay. My son used to watch it, and you know what? He wasn't a minor, but he was young, and he would try to get me to watch it with him. And if it's naughty, nothing's gonna top Shameless. Telling you.
No, it is naughty in a little bit, but it's more graphic. It's violent.
Olivia.
It's violent, is what it is. It's ruthless. Yes, very very graphic, violent. Motorcycle gang, fights and murders and kills and all. It's bad. It's they're bad guys. That's what my friend has to keep reminding me. These are bad guys. You're not supposed to be rooting for them.
There's another one. Okay, by the way, Olivia.
I love them.
Olivia is on a cruise right now, and she is showing us love from Puerto Rico.
Ooh, have fun, Olivia. Great time. Right,
Sandy,
Lady
I
Witch.
know.
Yes, it is graphic. They don't mess around with the violence. It's very violent. Yes, it is sexually graphic as well, but That's not. Yeah, I'm sure there are way more, you know, graphic videos out there, but it's the violence that is difficult for me to watch sometimes. Sometimes I have to speed up through some of those scenes because they're really rough.
Not a cruise where you're on the island. Well, I meant but you're also like on a cruise right now too, right?
Yeah, Jax can do no wrong. Everything he does is perfect. Even when he's being the bad guy. Doesn't matter. He wins forever. Yeah, we love him. We love Jax.
There's another one I want to watch. Don't come for me if you've seen it. Breaking
I
Bad.
see you, Renee. Hey, Muffin Mouse. Good morning. Okay, sorry, Randy. What did you say? Don't
Oh,
come for you. What's going? Randy's
Breaking
about to get
Bad. I
canceled.
want to watch Breaking Bad. Hey, Bullseye.
I've never seen an episode of Breaking Bad.
Thumbs up, y'all. I have seen like the first one like twice trying to get into it, and I've heard it's really good.
Supposed to be great.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so
It's like Sopranos. I've never watched Sopranos either. Or Game of Thrones. Like I
I'm
haven't
sure.
or
Same,
Walking Dead. Like there's
same.
so many like major, you know, epic shows in time that in history that I should have been, keeping up with that I never kept up with ever.
Me too. Me too. But it is what we'll get there. It was stupid. It was work. And then when our kids were little, couldn't watch that stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, I went around with Hannah Montana in my head for years because Steph liked it, and then Timber liked it, and I'm like the best of both worlds. And now I can't watch it because it makes me sad because my kids are grown. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've never seen an episode of The Sopranos. I've heard it was great. I know exactly how it ends. I've seen that.
okay, Charlie.
But I've never watched the show. Bye, Charlie. Have a good day at work. Be safe out there, girl.
Oh yeah, we had SpongeBob too. Um, Timber got 1 year a SpongeBob TV, and I got Sawyer a SpongeBob. I don't know why I remember this so well, but it had a tape player and a CD player. It was like a
Oh,
boom box, yeah, but it was SpongeBob. I thought that was so cool.
that is cool. I like that.
And the fact that they really acted underwhelmed, I'm like, really? Because those were the days where you could put stuff on layaway and make payments. I don't think you could do that at Walmart anymore.
I don't know. Do they have like layaway and stuff? Maybe.
I don't think they do.
I think they call it a credit card now.
Yeah.
They're like, you use your own credit, lady.
I
Don't
think
use ours.
I think they have a thing where it's like, Christmas is on the same day every year. Get your shit together.
That's right. Don't be
Walmart is
coming in
sick
here
of y'all.
December 12th all crying.
Yeah. Well,
Every
my
damn
nanny
year.
my nanny did layaway, and I understood she would say, because I can't keep these kids out of the gifts. And that was so true.
Yeah.
Hey, Persephone. Most stores will take those payment installment apps. Oh,
Oh, I didn't even know we had
Klarna?
an
Is it
installment app.
Klarna?
That
There's been
just
a
sounds fake. That
I
sounds
know.
fake as hell. Klarna.
Oh, Prison Break.
Do you
I
take Klarna?
Klarna, and I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but look, y'all, this is me. I'll
That
be
sounds
looking.
fake. That sounds made up.
It's
I
not
think
though.
that's real.
This is my mind. Okay, I'll find a ring, especially a ring. Okay, it's usually a ring, and I'll be like, I can Klarna that bitch. It says I can make this in 77 cents installments.
My mom did layaway at Kmart too, back in the day.
Oh, I've done layaway at Kmart for my kids and Walmart. I've had 2 layaways at one time. Um, and then I always had the plan of I'm gonna hurry up and pay this off. And it never ever, not once ever happened.
No.
Oh, Stadius has used it. Klarna.
Steady is vouching for Klarna. Okay.
Yeah.
Still sounds fake to me.
Do you have the blue light special? Are there I'm sorry, Gertie, too. I'm sorry. Yes.
Sorry,
mean,
Gertie. All right, we'll fix it.
someday, Gertie, I'm going to learn how to put those chapters in, and then people can skip the bull.
It's not hard. I can show you how to do it right now. It's very easy.
Okay, show me real quick.
Okay, in your description, you go to edit in your description. Okay, so after the stream ends, go to edit your video. In the description, you start putting down the timestamps. Now you have to start with 00:00:00.
Oh boy.
So it starts at the beginning. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You start at 0, and then you do a dash, and you do the whatever the time is that you want it to, switch topics. And then right next to that, you just type what you want that chapter to read. Then you hit return, and you go the next timestamp. You take the previous end timestamp becomes the beginning of the new timestamp. Then a dash and the end of that timestamp. And then right next to it, you just type, chapter 2 or, hellos or,
Okay.
interview 1.
I had no idea. And the other day I was looking and I was like, I don't see it. I just don't see it. Why don't it?
It's really, it's not a thing. You have to put it in your description. It's very easy. It's not hard at all.
Okay. Gotcha. And by description, you mean where I've linked the
description of your video. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, the description. Okay. That's the only description you have. Yeah, and you just do it there, and it automatically just shows up just like that. It's super easy.
Okay. Good deal.
Yeah.
Because one of the ones that I found from last night, and I think the name of that channel, and I do have it linked in the description. Is let me look, because I really want to. What is it? Grizzly True Crime. And the name of this one is Madeline Soto's mother interviewed almost, what does it say? 2 months after the body was found. So I think that would be an interesting listen. She is great. Wendy, you're on mute.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I'm talking to you. Okay, great. That sounds good. I don't know when I'm muted. That's weird.
PhD program. I'm in the country. Been having to watch replays. Well, we just appreciate you being here. Truly. Hey, Shamat.
Hey, Shamat. Oh, Persephone, you're going for your PhD? Oh, my goodness. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's such hard work. Congratulations. Good luck to you.
So let's see. Where did I...
take a walk and then we'll be back. And of course, I like to study it first so that I can actually give you some meaningful comments.
Okay, P-Day.
Don't panic.
Her nail salon person come in at the nail. Okay. Thank you, P-Day.
Sounds good, P-Day.
I see a lot of people are panicking in my inbox, like, oh my word, you have missed this. No, chill, everyone. We will get to it. We want to study it, okay? We want to make sure that we... Did it just say, all right, kids, it's time to go to bed? I like the subtle snark that this detective has for Stephan Stearns, because I don't think he's asked it yet. It's coming up. I've listened to this a few times, as I say. I think it's still coming up where it's like...
And I tried to find it, but I can't find it without commentary. I can't. So.
Oh, yeah, it was earlier, right? Why was he not at the party? Because it's not like he worked or anything. When the detective said it, I'm like, yeah, you tell them. Let me just hear this one again. Let's go back to 20 seconds.
Is there any further communication between either you and Madeline or you and Stephan about, all right, kids, it's time to go to bed, anything like that? Or was that the last you had heard from either one of them that night?
I'm sorry. Hold on. Did he
Okay.
say, all right, kids, it's time for bed? Don't you mean, all right, grown-ass man and my daughter, it's time for bed?
You would think.
Fucking gross, man. Ooh, I'm already riled up.
I know. It's
I think at some point, Stephan comes downstairs to use the restroom and then goes back upstairs. But after that, I don't recall interacting or saying anything. So.
Okay. And my understanding is that you had some sort of parental controls over Maddie's phone. Is that accurate?
yeah. Is
I'm
it?
not sure by
Sounds like-
parental control.
Doesn't he sound like the guy who, the prosecutor in Sarah Boone's case? Is that accurate? Didn't that sound just like him? Rewind it for a sec. He sounds just like the prosecutor, Mr. J.
Could be him. It's
It
not
could
the
be,
same.
huh?
It could be. It's a different county, but I don't know if they share prosecutors or what, because it's
Oh.
just like connecting counties.
Just sounded like him when he said, is that accurate? That sounded just like him.
Bless his heart if it is. Oof.
I'm not sure by parental controls exactly.
Phone. My understanding is that you had some sort of parental controls over Maddie's phone. Is that accurate?
Tell me that doesn't sound exactly like him.
It sounds like him.
It sounds exactly like him. Do you guys think so too, or no? Sounds so much like him. Now I want to know who that is.
Oh, you think she's also uploading without commentary? Let me look. Let me look. Not that I don't like her commentary, because I do, but it's just easier to listen without commentary. In my opinion, that's just fine. Maybe I can't find her channel. Maybe that's just what's going to happen. Let's look around a second.
Maybe she links it in the description of that video. Did you look? Or you can look in her playlist. I bet she has the other videos there. See how she has her timestamps at the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
See that?
Yeah, I was using those last night. That's why I was like, I really, really like.
Yeah. Now she doesn't do the dash like I do, but it still works. So maybe you don't need a dash.
Hold, please. Let's see.
Moderator says he has the interview with no commentary if you want.
Yes, please. Where have you been?
How do you want him to get it to you? You want to email it to her?
Email me. Let's see. Audio interviews. Jennifer Soto placed audio interviews. I wonder if that's it.
Please note that this content is for adult.
Oh, now let me just say this one here is interviews with crime scene photos. And I say crime scene, but in the house, where they lived.
Yeah.
And Stephan is the one you're referring to, right?
Yeah, Stephan, sir.
Stephan. How often does he stay here?
Oh,
Or maybe I'm wrong.
he moved away back in December, so I'm going to say he's visited at least 2 to 3 times since then.
Okay. Why did he move away?
He was offered a better. Well, his dad had offered him a job, but it fell through.
Oh.
So
okay.
now we're trying to get him back here.
And he just visits.
Yeah.
When he visits, does he stay for like hours, days, weeks?
I would say days. This time we had planned on him staying a whole week because I was going through training at work. So I wanted him to be here to help me with the dog, help me with the training.
Okay, so this time he was planning to stay for a week. How long has he been here?
Oh.
Wow.
Or when did he arrive, rather, this time?
Okay, cute
I can't
little
remember
dog.
if he arrived Saturday or Sunday morning.
Okay, that's fine. Sometime this weekend?
Yeah.
So that was last night around 11. And so about what time did you hear her on Monday morning?
I heard everyone getting ready around.
Let's see if it tells what.
I'm going to say 7:30, 8 o'clock.
And was it just Steph? Who else lives here?
I have roommates.
Okay.
I have Angelica Negro, who's one roommate, and then Natalie Rosero.
Okay. And you just heard all of them, or did you hear anyone in specific?
No, I just heard, if anything, Stephan came and woke me up accidentally because he was trying to let the dog out. And the dog gets really nervous sometimes. So I was trying to help him with that, get him on his leash. But he got him situated and took him for a walk.
Okay. Did you hear around 7 or 8?
I heard noises in the kitchen, but I'm not sure,
Not sure who it was exactly.
Who it was exactly, yeah.
Gotcha.
It could have been any of the roommates.
But you didn't see her leave Monday morning. Were you still in bed or still in your room?
I was still asleep.
No, I know that was her birthday party. This picture here.
Oh, she's cute.
Yeah.
I think P-Day got hit twice. I don't know how or why, but I'm sure it was a complete accident.
Oh, let me fix it. Let me get back to chat.
Oh, she's fine. She's fine. She's just on timeout.
Oh no.
Oh, I bet the second one was on purpose because the first one was for 1,800 seconds and the second one was for 10 seconds. So I think they were trying to undo the first one. So P-Day should be back by now. But she's getting her nails done anyway, so she's probably not going to type.
Butt mod.
Yeah, I think it was a butt mod. I think it was an accident. But she should be okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What time does she normally leave for school?
We usually leave around 8:50 at the latest.
Okay.
8:50 at the latest. School started at 9, or well, unlocked at 9. But he left anywhere. What did he say? 7:15, 8:15. I think he said 8:15.
What time does she have to be to school by?
9:28 is when school starts.
Gotcha. And so I think you had said the previous night, you and Stephan had agreed that he was going to get and take her in the morning? Okay.
And they were going to stop at McDonald's and get breakfast, but she changed her mind last minute and did not want McDonald's.
Okay. When'd you find that out?
When did I find that out? When Stephan called me around 10:18 in the morning.
Should we keep listening to? Okay, so moderator sent me the one. Should we keep listening to this one, or I'm hoping to get to the one where it's after she's found. Nope. Oh, that's not it. Wait, I just got another email. Hold on. Hold on. What do you think, Wendy?
I don't. I have we already heard this one?
No.
Oh, then
No.
I don't care. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to hear the one after. Yeah, after she was found. Yes,
Yeah, I'm trying.
but I'm also fine to hear this one. I'm also fine to hear the one with commentary. Like, I don't mind if you want to go back to that one. That one's fine.
Okay.
I don't mind the commentary.
All right, let's do that. It's not that I don't care about what she says. It's just I want to hear.
Oh no, I absolutely get it. Yeah, no, I understand that too.
I definitely want to hear what she has to say after she's found. So
Yes.
oh, I do have a Gavin Fish in there. Gavin Fish. Gavin Fish. Okay, good. I heard that's a good one too.
Oh, moderator sent you an 8-hour video of all the interviews. Are they timestamped at all, moderator?
Let me look. I have it right here pulled up.
Okay. Not that it needs to
Okay,
be.
okay. You know what? This might be perfect.
Yeah.
Um, and that's also put out by Grizzly True Crime. And I do have, by the way, her link. Most people are probably subscribed to her, but I love her accent too. So
Yeah, she does have a cool accent.
not invite. Okay, here we go, y'all.
If you've been here for a while, you'll know what this is. It's a case file. So what it is all the Jennifer Soto files that I have from all my FOIA requests in chronological order. So I've done one of these before with the audio interviews, but after that, I received the police video interviews and more audio interviews. So now I put that all together. It's a very long video. It's all time-stamped for you. So you can just use the timestamps if you just want to skip to another part. And you can also leave your comments below if something new stands out to you. Because for me, every time I rewatch these interviews or re-listen to them, there's something that I didn't pick up the first time or the second time, maybe not even the third time. So please leave your comments below. Let me know if there's something new that jumped out to you or whatever it is you notice. For those that might comment, haven't we heard this all before? Haven't we seen this all before? Yes, we've had live streams on it. We made commentary on it. We've studied this as a community. I've made other compilations before. So the reason for this is that it's a resource for all of us and for content creators who want things in chronological order. Some of us like that. Most of us like that. So I'm going to love and leave you now. And everything, as I say, timestamped in the pinned comments, in the description box. The playlist is also linked in the description box. If you are new to the case, you can either read the little write-up in the description box, or I would highly recommend checking out the videos that I did explaining the case from start to finish at the point where Madeline Soto had her birthday and her birthday party. Then she went missing, and then her body was found. So all of those dates and timelines and calendars and everything, I've already made videos like that for you in case you're brand new to the case. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Please let me know if you'd also like a Stephan Stearns chronological one case file like this, and then I'll make that for you. Thank you so much for your support, and see you again soon.
Please note that this content is for adults only. Viewer discretion advised. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe, like, and share.
I don't know, Heather. If there's any y'all want to skip, we can skip.
Of course. Do they speak English?
Seen this.
Okay. Hi there.
Hey there.
Hey there. What's going on?
So was dropped off close to school this morning, but never made it. I went to pick her up from school.
I'm sorry, one second.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
11313. Today's date is February 27th, 2024. The time is 23:32 hours. Gonna speak with.
And isn't that's the day that she was reported missing? Was it? No, it was the 26th, wasn't it?
I don't know. I think so, but I don't remember now.
I think it was the 26th.
Jennifer Soto. Hey, Jennifer. I haven't introduced myself. My name's Myra Taglope. I'm a detective with the Sheriff's Office. Do you mind if I talk to you? Do you mind if we talk over there by the car? Can I do it inside? That's fine.
Where? Inside the house?
In the car.
My car?
Yeah. Oh,
Working at, ma'am.
Oh, maybe.
does it lock?
No, it should be fine.
Over here.
Are going to be able to go back home soon?
I'll explain it in a second. Okay?
That's him. Can we go back home soon?
I have a question too before we get started. Somebody said something like somebody in here has a gun. Is that a true statement or a false statement?
That's a true statement.
Okay, where is this gun at right now?
It is upstairs in the guest bedroom.
It's not like in any of these cars out here.
Hey, Bob.
No, I don't believe so. I think it's upstairs in the guest bedroom. Bedroom number 4. It's got a number 4 on it.
Okay, how certain are we of that?
As far as I know, the gun is inside upstairs. I haven't heard of it being in the car.
Okay. Let me just move my purse.
If you want to take driver.
I could be incorrect. I'm not sure.
If you want to start the car, and just give me 1 second.
Yeah.
We bump forward. What do y'all think?
No, it's not the most comfortable.
Sure. Is this stuff we heard already?
Yeah.
Paisley.
I get cold super easy.
Yeah, I get I'm the same way, so I understand. You want to take a seat right over here? And then she's gonna right about there.
Do you have your keys on you?
Here, have it a little closer just in case.
Sorry, this isn't my car. There we go. Okay, so I'm not sure if he introduced himself, but his name is Luis Acosta. Okay. We both work for Orange County Sheriff's Office. So I understand you spoke with the other guy earlier with Detective Frank Hunt. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We have officially taken over the case, okay? So
Are you guys with Kissimmee?
no, we're with Orange County.
Oh.
It's just a different unit.
Oh, okay. What unit are you with?
We're with sex crimes.
Okay.
It's just because of her age and is why we take over. Does that make? I know it's kind of confusing, but like we have like different rules, in Orange County, and depending on like people's age, we sometimes take over investigation when it comes to missing persons.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So When you talked to him earlier, I kind of got like a brief synopsis of what happened. I understand you have a new job.
Yes.
Okay. And if I say anything that's incorrect, please correct me. Okay. You have a new job. And last night you asked them to go sleep upstairs because you wanted to get rest. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What time was this? Do you remember? It doesn't have to be like exact time, but like just. Oh, and then yesterday she had her, or Sunday she had her birthday party, right?
Sunday she had her birthday party.
Okay, what time was that party at?
It started at 3:00.
Okay, from 3 to what time?
I'm not sure. I wasn't there. I was at work.
Oh, okay, you weren't there.
But I know my sister home around 8:30.
Was Stephan here at that time?
I'm not sure if he was here at the time, but I think he got here a little bit after. And he was like, okay, she was already doing what she was supposed to. She had taken her nighttime meds, and she was getting ready for bed, like taking a shower. She'd take showers at night. So he's like, okay, she was already on it. I didn't get home until, I'm going to say 10:30.
Okay.
And then at 11, I sent them to bed.
Did Stephan make it to the party?
No.
Okay. And then...
There it is. Did Stephan make it to the party? No.
Is that a lie?
No, but later on I thought they insinuated that he did go to the party. I don't know that it's a big deal. It's just starting off.
Yeah. Well, she's already, I mean, I can't tell if she's like deliberately lying or if she just doesn't pay any attention.
I don't think in my opinion, I don't think she paid attention. I think because, I mean, anybody that would say with no hesitation, I sent them to bed, makes me.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
Once you get here, you said you sent her to bed at 11.
Gotcha, Penny.
And the following morning, well, I'm sorry, let me backtrack a little bit. You send them upstairs, right? How many bedrooms are upstairs?
3.
Okay. Where?
In bedroom number 4.
I'll be right back. I'm listening now.
Okay.
And what about Stephan?
Bedroom number 4.
Okay. Is it normal for both of them to sleep in the same room?
No.
Sometimes. When I really need a good night's sleep, I will send them upstairs. But when also a lot of times,
I think Drop Dead Deb, he came at the very end. Jen's mother does not like Stephan, and Stephan was not invited. Gotcha, Calamity. I think at the very end when he showed up to pick her up, I think that's what happened.
We will sleep together in the king size bed, all 3 of us. Or sometimes Stephan will go upstairs and in our bed alone. So it just really depends on what's going on that night with our schedules and what we're doing.
Okay, where were you sleeping?
Downstairs in the king size bed.
Okay.
Wow.
Is it just you two here? Well, you guys have a roommate, right?
We have.
See, that's something else that doesn't matter. She had a king size bed, but Maddie couldn't sleep with her because she needed a good rest. Selfish.
2 roommates, and one of the roommates has a son who's here like a little bit more than half the week.
So what rooms do you guys use?
The room downstairs, the master bedroom downstairs, and room number 4.
Okay. So I'm sorry, it wasn't last night. It was the night before.
Wow. Hey, Blonde.
Stephan slept in bedroom number 4, and you slept downstairs.
Yes.
In the master. Okay. What time did you wake up?
I'm going to say around 8:00 in the morning. Stephan came into the room and was trying to put the leash on the dog. Somewhere between, I'm going to say somewhere between, he came into the room somewhere between 8 and 8:15. He came in to put the leash on the dog, and I got up to try to help him because my dog is kind of a nervous dog and I didn't want him to pee on the bed. So we wrangled him, put him on his leash, and he said, go back to sleep. And I said, okay. So I laid back and went back to sleep.
Okay.
I heard people in the kitchen.
I'm not sure exactly who was in the kitchen. As far as I know, I came downstairs to get ready in her. So she's got she's kind of got a bedroom in the living room. If you go into the apartment, you'll see there's like one of those fake walls. Separating half the bedroom. She's got like a desk with a bedroom and a TV and a dresser. But she'll hang out there during the day, but she never sleeps there. She always sleeps with me, and then the rare occasion upstairs. But most of the time it's with me.
Okay. Did you see her on Monday morning?
Visually see her? No.
Did you hear her?
I heard many people in the kitchen. I'm not sure if it was my roommate or her specifically.
Okay. Is your roommate a male or a female?
Female.
Okay.
They're both females.
When was the last time you physically saw?
Wednesday, 11 o'clock. I'm sorry. Sunday, 11 o'clock.
Sunday when you sent her to bed. Okay.
That's how I feel, blonde.
And then when you woke up, you said you woke up briefly because Stephan went in there. Did you go back to sleep?
Yes.
What time did you get up?
Right, Stadius?
Let me see if I actually have my alarm set. No, I don't have the specific day on there. Let me check something real quick. I'm pretty sure I woke up around 9 o'clock in the morning. And then I left at 9:30.
I had an appointment.
I had a doctor's appointment at like 10:15. But they took a while. And then by the time they did my blood work and whatever, I think I got home somewhere between 11 and 11:15.
Okay. When you got back, was Stephan here?
I'm pretty sure he was, yeah.
What was he doing?
Just sitting in my room. At my computer desk on his phone.
Okay. What did you guys do?
We chatted for a little bit. I asked him what had happened because he had called me earlier at 10. Let me see.
So this time she's thinking he didn't do it. Sully, I feel like they kind of insinuate that she was a very, she just turned 13 and she may have had some issues. She was diagnosed with autism and then they somehow, took back the diagnosis and then she got re-diagnosed with possible autism. So
Pretty sure he called me around 10:18.
What did he call you for?
To let me know that he didn't go to McDonald's as planned. He had asked her multiple times if she wanted to stop at McDonald's because that was the plan the night before. That they were going to wake up early. He was going to take her to McDonald's, do like a special McDonald's breakfast, and then drop her off at school early because she wanted to get there a little early. But on his way to school, she was very sleepy and wanted to sleep in the car. And she said she did not want to do McDonald's. She just wanted to be dropped off.
Okay.
Also to let me know that he left his phone at home because I had called him multiple times and he hadn't picked up. He had left his phone at home by accident. He had went to the vape shop.
Right, turquoise.
But they didn't open on time. So he had waited for quite a while in front of the vape shop. They didn't open, so he left and came back and we hung out a little bit. And then I think he left again to the vape shop to go buy what he needed.
Okay.
Do you want the name of the vape shop?
Yes. If you have it at the top of your mind, I'm sure we're going to talk again soon and we'll have more.
No, I'm just saying because that might be helpful if you want to see like surveillance or anything.
Okay, so at some point, I understand he gets like a flat tire and he's not able to go with you to pick school.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And when you get to the school,
how do you realize that she wasn't there? So I left her. I usually leave around 2:30 to pick her up. She gets out of school at 4. So I wait it takes me about 20, 25 minutes to get to the school, and then I wait about an hour for her to get out. I waited the whole time. And then when the bell rang and then it was time for her to come out, she wasn't one of the first kids like she normally is. And I realized I was holding up the line because everyone behind me had children and they needed to get out because I was the first in line. So after about, I'm going to say, I think it was like 4:10, she didn't come out and I was holding up the line. So I drove away. I said, maybe I forgot to tell her that I was picking her up that day because I don't know if she knew that I wasn't working that day. But I had assumed that she thought, she knew that I was going to go get her.
I thought, but remember, y'all, she got a call from the school saying she hadn't been at school. Or an email or something.
Because she never came out, I left and I went. She works less than, I'm going to say it's like a 3-minute drive from the school. It's very close. She works in the Hunters Creek Villages area. I drove that way and I drove along the path that she would walk and I didn't see her. And then office, I asked, hey, has she gotten here yet? They said no. And I said, okay, let me wait a little bit. And I parked back again on Hunter's Park Lane, I think. And I waited along that lane to see if I would see her walking. And I didn't see her walking. And it was about 4:30, 4:35. At this point, she should have. So I went back to the office. And then I was like, is she here yet? No, she hasn't gotten here. And I said, okay, hold on. Let me see. I called her best friend. And I was like, hey, are you... I don't know if I told her I was picking her up from school today or to walk to the office, but I don't see her anywhere. And she goes, no, she never came to school today. She didn't come to first or second period. And I said, what do you mean? We dropped her off close to school. She should have walked to school. She goes, no, she never made it to any of her periods. And I said, can you please check with your other friends in your other classes to see if she ever made it? She got back to me and said no. At this point, I started to panic because I realized something was wrong.
Okay, Calamity.
I emailed one of her teachers.
Yes, Bob.
A few of her teachers, actually, and one of them responded to me. He said she didn't make it to his period at all, and he checked all her other classes, and she didn't make it to school at all. That's when I knew something was truly wrong. And I'm before that email or after that email. But I started panicking and freaking out because she should have been to school. She should have made it.
And then I understand she forgot her phone, right?
Yeah.
Is it common for her to not have her phone?
Yes. She's got ADHD. She's super forgetful. She never realizes that she's in the shower for a whole hour. She loses track of time. She's very...
And then you guys went looking for her, right?
Yes.
Where did you look? Like, did you drive somewhere? Did you walk? Like, where did you go look for her?
Okay. So, after her best friend called me, actually, or I talked to her best friend on the phone, I went back to the school to see, let me check her official attendance. Let me see what's going on. They were already closed. Nobody was at the school. So I searched by backtracking into the school and then coming back out and seeing that there were no kids at the school at all. So then I drove office. Everything was driving. And then I think that response from her teacher at that point. But
did you come back to the apartment at any point yesterday once you realized she was missing?
Stephan was at home waiting for us to get back. And then when I told him something was wrong, she never made it to school, he completely hauled it back to me. And then we all stood there waiting for the cops to show up, and they didn't show up till like 7:30. It took them a while to respond. I think they were looking for other missing kids around the area too. But yeah, no, we did not come back home until we were done with the police. We were done with everything. There was nothing else for us to do except come back. Where was her phone when all of this was happening? With me. How did you get the phone if you never came back here? I took it with me to go pick her up from school. I was going to give it to her when she got in the car and be like, listen, you forgot your phone again, and let her play on it. Uh-huh. I'll do that sometimes when she forgets that I bring the phone with me and I just give it to her afterwards. But I had brought it with me to go pick her up from school. Okay. And you works where? I won't get you the address exactly. Yeah. And then, did you at any point check her phone out while you had it? Yes. Tell me about it. Okay. Actually, I started looking, but I could not concentrate on reading anything. I was too panicked and too worried. I handed the phone to my sister. Mm-hmm. She's the one, and my niece. They both started going through her texts. I saw her texts. Mm-hmm. Nothing seemed weird. No weird random people. Everyone is someone I was familiar with or had heard about. Mm-hmm. They checked her Roblox. They checked her Discord. I checked her Discord as well. There was nothing weird. One of the police officers taught me to look at deleted text messages. Mm-hmm. We looked at those as well. They were random text messages deleted. They weren't anything. Do you remember where you were when you were looking at her phone? Yes. Which is where? Let me see. Is it okay if I call her? Yes. Yeah. I'll get the exact address. And then while she answers, were you guys, when you guys were looking for her, did you guys keep looking for her in the Hunters Creek area or somewhere else? Hunters Creek area. Okay. Did you guys come back here at any point? No. What time did you guys come back home? Oh. Hold on a second. What time did we come back? What time did we come back? That was a very good question. I was gonna say it was like somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock p.m. Did you guys go back out after that? Stephan went back out. And this was last night, right? Yes. Okay. Where was after this?
Hey, Nana Patty. Hey, Alan.
With me. Okay. Did you leave the house at any point with her phone after this? I don't believe so, no. Okay. Hold on. No, I think it's been home all day today, too. It's been home all day today? I'm pretty sure, yeah. What time did the police take her phone? Oh, just kidding. Yeah, they took it. I don't have it anymore.
Just kidding.
What time
Yeah,
did we take the phone?
This woman.
I've made so many phone calls today and seen so many people today that I was it light out or dark out? It was light out. It was still Detective Hunt still yeah, it was during the day.
Yeah, I think weren't they late responding, Calamity, because there was like 2 other kids missing like in the same area and they were looking for them too. Hey, Mayor's daughter.
But other than that, her phone was here all day. In the morning, yes. Did you guys take the phone anywhere other than when Detective Hunt took the phone? I think it's been home all day. I don't think I left the house with it. Okay. Did Stephan have access to the phone? I'm sorry, I took my medicine, so I feel a little speedy.
Damn.
I think I've had it with me. I think it's been with me.
Okay. Did you go through her phone today?
Yes.
Okay. Where was that at?
Here.
And what were you looking for at that time?
To see if there was anything else. What we couldn't access on Monday night was Roblox. So my niece came over and logged into her Roblox and checked out messages. But then they were also, my sister was also looking for her phone to see if there was anything.
Here at the house?
Yes.
And that was today?
Yes.
Okay. Do you guys have her account information as far as like her iCloud and all that stuff? Or is it just on her phone?
I've had a hard time logging into it before when I was trying to get her a new phone.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if I can log in to her iCloud. I think it's all on her phone.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is because like they took the phone and they downloaded it, right? They can see like if somebody tries to access her accounts and stuff like that. So if you guys do have access to anything, if you guys can refrain from like logging back in.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
So it doesn't look like she like if she tries to like access her accounts from like somewhere else, that way we can track that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So they're asking if you can, just try not logging into any more of her accounts so that when he's going through the phone, it doesn't look like she's trying to log on from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there anything else that they wanted us to clarify?
Did you find the address to your?
Sorry, let me call her again.
Or what's the name of it?
Oh, if I could remember her business name, I don't know.
What kind of business?
It's an insurance business. I think Advanced Insurance something group.
And then I know that you've been with us for the most part of the day, right?
Yes.
We have, I want to say maybe like 40 people out here, okay? Between us and Kissimmee. And we're all, going to be working basically overnight and throughout the day tomorrow until we, okay? Tonight, what we're going to do is, I know we already secured your house, right? We asked everybody to leave. So another thing that I'm going to ask is if you guys can find somewhere else to stay for the night, because we're going to have Kissimmee out here at your apartment for the rest of the night, because the people that come and like take pictures and
I agree, Calamity. I can't believe that that's even such a crisis right now, but it is.
all that other stuff are not going to respond until the morning. Okay, so nobody can go into the house for the rest of the night until the house gets, we need to take pictures and do other stuff with the house. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
And unfortunately, because you guys have such a big apartment, it's not something that only one person does. Like, we don't do that, right? We have our forensics unit come out. And it's not something that one person can do by herself. So she has to wait until people come in, because there's like, they're on call after midnight, right? So she has to wait for the other people to come in the morning, and then they're all going to come in as a unit and try to get it done as quick as possible.
Okay. I need to go back into the house.
Mm-hmm.
I have medication that I have to take in order to be like normal. Is there a possibility that I can go back in there and get my meds?
Yes. Give me a few minutes, and then we'll try to figure out how we can get your medication. Okay, but that's something that we can definitely get. Okay. Does it make sense what I'm telling you?
Yes. I just don't know what we're gonna do about finding a place to go, but okay.
And then, because lost in Stephan's car, we're also gonna tow his car.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions about anything that I'm telling you? Okay, so from now on, it'll probably be me getting in touch with you, okay? Not Detective Hunt. Okay? Okay. Do you understand everything that we discussed? Yeah. Okay. Can I get your direct number? Yes. And job address, if I remember it correctly, is 13550 Village Park Lane, Suite 125. Okay. In Orlando, Florida. That's in Hunters Creek. Hunters Creek, right? Yeah. Okay.
Village Park Drive, you said?
Yes. Yeah.
And 13550.
Yes.
I would
Is
be
that like an
frantic too, but I will say I think a lot of it is the medicine that she took. I think she just like we've been saying for the last few days, just has completely checked out of
Absolutely.
everything.
Out of life. Yes.
Yeah.
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 It's a
She doesn't know. I bet she really didn't know what she was wearing that day. She only knew what Stephan told her.
Right.
She wasn't paying any attention. She needed a
No,
good
not
night's
at all.
sleep.
Yeah.
And you hear her say, I've took my medicine here, during this interview. She took her medicine before the interview. And then the first thing in their mind, both of them actually, was when they were going to search the house, well, what about our medicine?
Right. Like they're very preoccupied with their medicine. Yes.
Yeah.
Very protective of their medicine. Not their
Yes.
daughter, their medicine. Not worried about where she is.
Right.
Worried about where their meds are.
business building? I don't know. It's a building with a lot of business and offices inside.
And when did you say you were there?
I got there around 4. Well, see, I left and came back. So 4:45. I got there, and I think I stayed until they had left. Were you there today? No. Is there one would be anywhere near that area today? No, I don't think so. It's been with me.
Right, stated priorities.
Oh, Detective Hunt went back to that office. I'm so sorry, and he had her phone. Okay, he had her phone at that time. Yeah. Why did he go back to that office? Because my uncle had walked the path along the trail, and he had found a wallet with not an ID, but like credit cards and something that had somebody's state on it. So he went to pick it up to see if it was of any interest. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna give you my business card. I'm still here for a little bit longer. I'm gonna talk to Stephan one more time. There was like a few things that we needed to clarify with him, and then we're gonna, like, me physically, after I get done talking to Stephan, I'm gonna try to go get rest, right? Because we're gonna continue to do all this. Yeah. There's other detectives that are coming from my unit. Okay. So like there's always gonna be somebody here. Okay. So just because I physically am not here, don't think that we're not physically working on this. We have a lot of people in our unit, right? So we're taking like shifts. And then the people we have violent crimes out here as well. And they're here till 4 a.m. So I don't want you to think that like, just because I'm leaving, that we're not still actively working on this. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like they are here till 4 a.m. And then the day shift people that also work violent crimes come in around that same time. So they're going to take over. So like we have like people working till a certain time and then other people coming and taking over. Okay. So like I said, just because I physically am not here doesn't mean that we're not still working on something. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm.
Real quick, I don't remember if Detective Tagler asked, but yesterday when you guys were out looking, do you remember what time you were out looking till?
She didn't go.
Yeah, she didn't go looking, did she?
Mm-mm. She had to take a nap.
So yesterday, I stayed in the office. My family went out searching.
Which office?
1355. Yeah.
You stayed until what time?
I'm gonna say somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock. I left and then I came home.
You came straight here.
Yeah.
And then who was out? Your family was
What
out.
office was she at?
I was thinking it was maybe the police station.
Why would she stay there?
Because possibly because she thought they would go find her and bring her back.
Oh, I thought she stayed at home in case she came back home.
I thought she said that too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Pammy B said her mother's office. Okay, thank you, Pammy. Pammy's on it. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I'm so sorry we don't know.
Yeah.
But that's why you're here.
Yeah, but I think they all stopped when. Actually, I'm not sure. One of my uncles might have kept searching along the trail, but I'm not sure until what time he was out. My dad as well.
What about Stephan?
Stephan went out sometime in the middle of the night and
Made sure the body was hidden. Yeah.
Right.
went searching.
Yeah.
Cruising around to see if he could figure out where she might be. What car was he driving? My car. Was anybody driving Stephan's car? No, just Stephan.
And what time was he out?
I have no idea. I fell asleep, but I know he drove my car because when I got into it, I said, "Oh, the seats adjusted. Did you drive my car?" He goes, "Yeah. Remember, I said I was going to take a drive tonight to go search for her because he does have like insomnia. He can't sleep at night sometimes, and especially like
I don't know how anyone sleeps if their baby is missing.
Neither.
Honestly, how do you go to sleep? Oh my God. I don't understand.
No, this is a different breed of people right here.
Right now. But I'm not sure what time he may have come
And
in
she
or
tells
out.
it with such matter of fact. Yeah, no, I want to sleep.
Yeah, I know. Like it's like that's a totally normal thing to do, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Like who didn't go to sleep? The officers that were searching for your child.
They were up all night long, working in shifts.
Mm-hmm. But not Jenn Soto. She was
making sure she took her meds.
Making sure she took her meds and getting enough sleep for her doing not a damn thing the next day. Okay.
Right. Does she even have a job or anything that she goes to?
No, well, she was training at a new job, but I think this ended the training. That's why she was so tired and sent them out of the room, sent the kids to bed because
so gross.
Yeah, because she was exhausted from her new job and needed a good night's sleep.
Wow.
But if you guys look at my gate clicker, you need that to come in the front gate. You can see what times he may have come in and out.
Okay. I don't think I have anything else for you. We're gonna clear some things with Stephan, and then I will let you know before I head out.
Okay.
Okay. Do you confirm everything you said today is true?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Ending the recording at 009.
All right. Tuesday, February 27th, 2024, 11:16 hours for OCSO case 24-011313. Can you state your full name?
Jennifer Lucette Soto.
All right, Jennifer. So I'm here to talk to you today. We're going to talk about, and you're familiar with kind of why we're talking right now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me when is the last time you were with someone?
Saw her, I'm going to say Sunday night.
Okay.
I heard her Monday getting ready for school.
So you last saw her Sunday night about what time?
But that's not true. She did
So
not.
11 p.m. before she went to bed.
And you were here at home? Gotcha. And where did she go to bed? Was she in her room, your room, or something else?
She actually slept upstairs with we have a guest bedroom. We were all going to sleep together in the same bed, but I needed some good sleep. And
I'm not. I got a new job recently. I haven't been well rested. I needed some sleep, so I asked, "Hey, can you guys go to the guest bedroom upstairs?" I knew he was going to get her ready and.
Sorry. Okay, so you needed some good sleep. So was it about 11 o'clock?
Yeah. I sent them upstairs, and I went to bed.
Okay. And that was about 11?
Yeah.
Right, Lacey?
And do you guys normally all sleep together? Because I know you said that she sleeps in your room with you typically, right?
She sleeps with me typically. Typically when he comes into town, because he lives with his parents in Northport, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
When he comes to town, he'll sleep in the guest bedroom.
Okay. And Stephan is the one you're referring to, right?
Yeah, Stephan.
Stephan. How often does he stay here?
Oh, he moved away back in December, so I'm going to say he's visited at least 2 to 3 times since then.
Okay. Why did he move away?
He was offered his dad had offered him a job, but it fell through.
Oh.
So now we're trying to get him back here.
And he just visits?
Yeah.
When he visits, does he stay for like hours, days, weeks?
I would say days. This time we had planned on him staying a whole week because I was going through training at work. So I wanted him to be here to help me with the dog, help me with the training.
Okay, so this time he was planning to stay for a week. How long has he been here?
I would say days.
Or when did he arrive, rather, this time?
I can't remember if he arrived Saturday or Sunday morning.
Okay, that's fine. Sometime this weekend?
Yeah.
So that was last night around 11. And so about what time did you hear her on Monday morning?
I heard everyone getting ready around, I'm going to say 7:30, 8 o'clock.
And was it just Steph? Who else lives here?
I have roommates.
Okay.
I have Angelica Negro, who's one roommate, and then Natalie Rosiero.
Okay. And you just heard all of them, or did you hear anyone specific?
No, I just heard, if anything, Stephan came and woke me up accidentally because he was trying to let the dog out.
Mm-hmm.
And the dog gets really nervous sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to help him with that, get him on his leash. But he got him situated and took him for a walk.
Okay. Did you hear around 7 or 8?
I heard noises in the kitchen, but I'm not sure,
Not sure who it was exactly.
Who it was exactly, yeah.
Gotcha.
It could have been any of the roommates.
But you didn't see her leave Monday morning.
Right.
Were you still in bed or still in your room?
I was still asleep.
All right,
Yeah.
moderator.
What time does she normally leave for school?
We usually leave around 8:50 at the latest.
Okay. What time does she have to be to school by?
9:28 is when school starts.
Gotcha. And so I think you had said the previous night, you and Stephan had agreed that he was going to get and take her in the morning? Okay.
And they were going to stop at McDonald's and get breakfast, but she changed her mind last minute and did not want McDonald's.
Okay. When'd you find that out?
When did I find that out? When Stephan called me around 10:18 in the morning, I had stepped out to go get blood work done.
Mm-hmm.
And he had just let me know that he just got back home from running a few errands. and that I asked, did you guys ever just stop at McDonald's? And he said no. She changed her mind. He tried convincing her a few times, but she did not want McDonald's anymore.
Well,
At what time did you leave the house yesterday in the morning? Or what time did you
Had
step
no
out,
teenager
rather?
ever.
right. It's funny to me that didn't. Well, okay, it's odd to me that didn't strike her as odd.
Right. Has she ever done that before? Has she ever, like, at the very last second decided she didn't want something and go somewhere else? I mean, she'd probably say yes, but I
And
just don't. I don't think I've ever met a teenager that was like, when you offer to take them out to breakfast, they say no. Just never seen
Ever.
one that does that, especially McDonald's.
Right. I know it seems to be a big focus, but notice I don't think she's even going to mention the Danish because he made that up on the fly.
Right. Yeah, like when did the Danish come in? That was like a couple days later.
I'm gonna say around 9:30.
Had Stephan returned at all?
No.
So you were there from, just so I have my times kind of right, so you woke up around 7 or 8. You saw Stephan, because you helped him with the dog, because he was letting the dog out, right?
Yeah.
And then did you go back to sleep, or were you just kind of in the room?
I laid back down and went back to sleep.
Okay. And then, do you remember what time you woke up after that?
I agree with that, Stephanie.
I believe I set my alarm for 9 a.m.
Gotcha. So it would have been around 9 a.m. that you woke up. And in that time, you didn't see Stephan return at all? Okay. You left around 9:30, and then Stephan called you around 10 to say he got home?
Yeah.
Cool. Got it. Okay. Did he say anything else aside from she didn't want to go to McDonald's?
About her, no. About his morning, yes. He had tried going to the vape shop when it opened right after he dropped her off from school and waited, but they never opened on time, so he came back, hung out a little bit. He came home around 10 and then went back out eventually to the vape store to go get some vape stuff.
So he left after 10. What time did you get back home for the day?
Let me check something. I'm going to check what time my blood work appointment is at. I'll give you more of an accurate time.
Yeah.
Okay, so my appointment was at 10:15 and it took them 45 minutes to see me. So I didn't get home until 11:15, 11:30.
Mm-hmm. And was Stephan back at that point in time?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
I can't remember.
And then what did the day look like after that? It's fine.
You took a nap.
So I did my blood work, then I came back, and then I just waited. I waited for the rest of the day until 2:30 to leave. I wait in the car line, so I'm first in line to pick her up.
Yeah, that car line can be vicious. So you left approximately 2:30.
Yeah.
And pickups around 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you got there at 4, then what happened?
I waited in the car line for about 10 minutes, and she never came out. So I thought maybe I missed her. I couldn't remember if I told her I was picking her up from school.
And that's where you go in.
Right.
That's not where you pull out a line and just say, well, maybe. That's where you go into school and rip the school apart till you find your child.
Yes, exactly. Have them page her. You
Mhm.
know, they have amazing technology at schools nowadays where they can
Hey,
page
or
us.
if she had to walk
Right. Hey, Cass.
office.
Okay.
So I went to the office to see if she made it. She never did.
Okay.
I drove around a
Hold
little
on.
bit.
Okay.
I drove around a little bit. Looking for her. I went back to the school. The school was closed at this point. I wanted to speak to somebody at the office to see if anybody could tell me if she had been there. I think at this point I had called, before I went to the school, I actually called her best friend. I said, with you, I can't find her. She didn't walk to the office and she wasn't at school when I went to pick her up. She said she never made it. She's it's a first or second period. And I'm like, what do you mean? I dropped her off. We dropped her off close to school. And she said she didn't make it to first or second period. I said, please check with the rest of your friends. She did. She got back to me, said none of them saw her today. I emailed one of her teachers. Her teacher texted me her attendance for the whole day and told me she wasn't in school at all. That's when I knew something was wrong and I freaked out.
Okay. Is it typical?
Stay calm. Okay. So, like, he just has to stay calm.
Yeah,
mean-
and you know he's saying, why aren't you hyperventilating right now? Why?
It's just amazing to me how, like, I wonder what's going on through his mind at this moment.
I bet you anything that he thinks that she has some. At this point, he probably was thinking that she had something to do with it. I don't know, but because I would be. But
Yeah.
this moment, she's way too calm. She's like, okay, well, then I called her friend, and she said she didn't make it. Well, that makes no. Why would she? Her friend would have said she wasn't in school today.
Yeah.
It's her best friend.
Oh, what a nightmare. God, that's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
To walk to after school?
If I'm working, yes.
And where? I mean, in relation to the school, like, is it a close walk, long walk?
It's a very close walk.
Okay. So typically in the morning, or I guess before Stephan moved, did he live with y'all?
Did it stop?
No.
I don't hear it. Do you hear it?
I don't. No.
So it's typical of him to be able to get her ready in the mornings and drop her to school. Do you all tend to split that responsibility, or what does that look like?
Typically, I do it.
Okay.
This morning, because of my work schedule, because I've been so exhausted, I asked him to take over and do it, and he said he would.
Okay.
Trained one day, exhausted.
Yes. Sounds like a great employee. Strong employee you got there.
Shiminy Christmas.
She comes in half drugged.
Right.
Has he done it before, though? Like, is he familiar with how to drop her off? And
I'm gonna say he's done it once or twice before. I'm not too sure.
okay. In the time since he's been back, well, not this time because he's only come
Here's
back.
a good question. Can you basically live with a complete pervert and not know they're a complete pervert?
Well, I told you that I read through some of those documents, right?
Mm-hmm.
In those documents, they ask her about what their sex life is like. She called it vanilla. and said that they don't really have sex anymore. So she had this man in her home sleeping with her daughter, knowing she wasn't having sex with him, and she didn't think anything of it. I don't know. I just found that really extra weird.
Yeah, I find that willfully
Ignorant.
yes.
Yeah, very much
Thank
so.
you.
Very much bury your head in the sand, pretend, that life isn't happening. Because like she wasn't having sex with him. She and I guess the sex
Wawa.
he was having, she called it vanilla. She said he wanted to do some, backdoor stuff that she was like, nope, not doing that.
Mhm.
And then sent him to bed to sleep with her daughter. It's fucking gross.
And I don't know. I just have to think that he was touchy-feely in front of the mom, and she just again stuck her head down.
I mean, maybe she
Right,
thought he was being loving. I don't know. Like what? How in the world? Like when now? I'm sure she's thinking about it now. Obviously, unfortunately, now that it's a sick reality in her life now. Like what has she said? Has she like?
That's why, I would love to hear the interview after they find, and we could skip to that actually, because this is
I think we've heard this interview before. The one we're listening to right now. I feel like we've heard it.
this might be. Let's see if
Ask if you need a break to consult with your attorney. That is absolutely fine. We'll all step out of the room, turn off her
this is the one that she got immunity for,
That sounds
and
like Mr. J.
Mm.
Go ahead.
reporters and let you exercise your constitutional right to have counsel. There's no problem with that. There's water fountains here. There's restrooms. I don't know if you're a smoker or not, but like if you get desperate, we can make an outside break time, but we are kind of under time constraints. With that all said, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth,
I
the
want him
whole
to
truth,
introduce
and
himself. I want to know who's talking. I want to know his name. I'm telling you, he sounds so much like Mr. J. It's crazy.
nothing but the truth? Yes. Okay, thank you. All right, this is an investigative subpoena, so you've been
good question, Tally girl. Okay, so they weren't having sex, but Jen said that they were pregnancy tests in her bathroom. Why?
Oh, very good question.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Maybe they were having some sex. I don't know. When they asked her, she said that she wasn't.
Persephone, I think a lot of people think that may be why, because she was pregnant.
Because she came up
compelled
pregnant.
to be.
Wouldn't the autopsy show that though?
Yeah, but have they released it?
Oh, I don't know. Well, it says strangulation. Yeah, she was killed. Yeah, it's in the documents. It said that she was strangled, but it doesn't say if she was pregnant or not.
Or maybe they thought she was. They seemed to. He's openly was talking about her PMS.
I know. Gross.
Be here. And in our country, under the Fifth Amendment and the 14th Amendment, is to incriminate yourself. So anything you say today can't and won't be used against you unless you just don't tell us the truth.
This
And
is
I've
her
already
immunity
explained
one,
to
yeah.
your attorney, Mr. Bark, whether or not you've made any inconsistent statements in the past, that is dirt under the bridge, and either a misdemeanor was committed or it wasn't. But we're not going to be using that as a basis of some sort of perjury by false statements, because those other charges wouldn't be perjury anyways. So the most important thing today is to tell the truth. I also explained derivative use immunity, which means if you said that there was a gun, and obviously there's no gun in this case, buried in your attorney's yard, we couldn't go dig up that gun if you told us that, oh yeah, there's the gun that was used is right there. We wouldn't be able to do that. We would have to show that we learned all those things independently from this interview. Okay? Do you have any questions? All right, so let's get started.
Before you start, let me just make sure we're clear on the record. Off the record, we had discussed our position on the concerns we have. Ms. Soto was interrogated by law enforcement previously. She was under a tremendous amount of duress and stress, being that her child was missing and then she was found deceased. There's been media hysteria about this. There's been people asking for her to be prosecuted, tarred, feathered, executed. And so with that said, we have the concern that you brought up about if there's something said inconsistent today, not being used against her for filing a false police report.
All right, so for example, if she said something that was false.
Well, you would think the attorney would know. That's her attorney speaking. And did she hire one? Is this a court appointed?
I have no idea.
And we have no idea that was false
she's not
now.
being charged. If she's not being charged with anything, then she doesn't have a court-appointed attorney. Because you don't just get them unless you're charged with something.
Oh, maybe she must have hired one then.
Yeah.
Maybe her family hired her one.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
I'm guessing.
Before this interview, but she comes in and admits that it was false today. We can't use these statements or that admission that it was false against her, just like we couldn't use anything else against her from this interview. Okay.
So what's the purpose of this interview then?
My understanding.
I think they thought that she was finally going to tell the truth of what happened.
Okay.
Is that on February 25th of this year, you were working at the hotel on Disney property out at Coronado Springs? Yes. You have to answer out loud and loud enough to get caught on the record. I know you're upset. I know.
Yes.
All right. And did you get off at 10 p.m.?
Yes.
All right. Did you go directly home?
Yes.
About how long does it take you to get home?
About 25 to 30 minutes.
And when you get home, who is downstairs, if anybody? You have a two-story, is it a townhome? Is that the best word for it?
Yes, it's at home.
If anybody is downstairs, who is downstairs?
I saw my daughter Madeline and Stephan.
Do you recall what Madeline was wearing?
You didn't see her, you liar.
No.
Why is she saying she saw her?
I don't. Well, she did see her after she got off work that night.
Oh, this isn't the next morning. I'm so sorry. My bad. So sorry. Undo. Go ahead.
Do you recall what Stephan was wearing?
I can't tell you. No.
Okay. When you get home from work, do you need to kind of eat a late dinner before you get settled in for bed?
Yes.
And do you eat there at your home?
Yes.
What do you eat?
I think I had a pub sub waiting for me in the house, a sandwich.
Okay. Did anybody join you in sitting down and eating?
No, I ate in my bedroom.
Okay. Did it look like anybody else had recently cooked food or eaten any food there that night?
From what I saw, no. I didn't see anyone cooking, or it didn't look like anyone had been cooking.
Okay. I believe in one of your former interviews, you mentioned that Madeline might have gone over with you kind of what she got at the birthday party since you didn't have the chance to go because you were at work.
Mm-hmm.
When and where does that occur?
That occurs like right after I get home. It occurs in my bedroom. Everyone's in my room.
And so by everyone, let's just be clear since I understand you have some roommates. So what do you mean by everyone?
Okay. Madeline, Stephan, and myself were in my bedroom.
Okay. At this point in time, do you recall what Madeline was wearing?
I don't know.
Let me ask it a different way. Can you tell me whether or not she was wearing a long-sleeved green sweatshirt and jeans?
Oh, no.
Okay. Would she have kind of been in her bed gear, or do you think she could have still been in the dress that she wore to her birthday celebration?
She would have been in pajamas. I can't recall the exact pajamas, but she would have been in pajamas. She had already, by this point in the evening, she had already showered and changed out of that birthday dress.
And was it your understanding from your sister that she had gotten dropped off about 8:30, she being Madeline?
8:30, 8:45, something around that time, yeah.
And what's your understanding as to when Stephan had gotten there? If you know. If you don't guess, it's fine.
Actually, while he's saying that, this is important. So there's things that you might think should be a certain way because that's just the way things go. But don't just guess based on past history that it's the same as what happened on that particular day. If you don't know, you don't know.
Then yeah, I'm not sure exactly what time he got there.
Okay. You were at work, so I just didn't know if, like, sometimes families check in, hey, I made it, by text or by phone call or anything like that. Do you not remember any of that?
I don't remember.
Okay. How long were the three of you in your bedroom?
I'm gonna say for about 30 minutes.
Okay. And did Madeline tell you about the party?
She was really happy.
Did she tell you what food they had there at the party?
Yeah, they had her favorites.
What are her favorites?
Puerto Rican food. So arroz con gandules.
All right, so you're gonna have to translate to English. I know frijoles and arroz and a couple other things, but help me out.
If I recall correctly, she had requested rice. It's a type of rice and beans. It's rice with pigeon peas.
Okay.
And pernil, which is, I'm not sure how to. It's a pork, but I'm not sure how they cook it.
Okay.
So it's cooked pork. That's typically what she requests for her parties. That's like her favorite meal.
Okay. And what kind of gifts did she get?
She got a lot of money.
Okay.
That's what she ended up showing me. I think she had a few trinkets, but like most of it was just a big wad of money that she was so excited for.
All right. Is there any particular reason Stephan couldn't make it up to the party? Because it's my understanding he didn't exactly work or anything.
He wouldn't have been invited. The party was held at my mom's house, and my mom and him have never had a great relationship. She's never liked him. So he wouldn't have been invited to the party at all. It just would have been my whole family, and then me. If I hadn't worked, I would have been there. Okay.
Now, during this 30 minutes that the three of you are in your bedroom, is Madeline engaging in any of her kind of nighttime routine or, getting ready for bed? What else is going on, if anything?
Yeah, I don't think she knows.
Doesn't know shit.
We spent a long time talking about gifts and having her show me, and then we counted out her money.
What gifts? You said she got money.
I can't remember if she had finished with all of her bedtime routine.
Okay. Does she brush her teeth at night?
In the shower.
In the shower? Okay. And that occurred before you got home?
Yeah.
And my understanding with her nighttime medication is that's something that you would like to make sure she had bedtime or so?
Something like that, yeah.
So were you present for that occurring, or did that occur after you got home?
That did not occur on my call. I believe I had instructed Maddie when she got home to go ahead and take them herself.
Okay. And is that something that she's allowed to do?
From time to time, yeah.
When you say they, is there what my understanding was there was some hydroxyzine? Is there anything else she takes at night?
Just hydroxyzine.
All right. And the Miralax is when?
Miralax is.
So that would have been earlier while you were at work too if she took it?
Yeah.
May not have because she was at the party?
Yeah, because I had been training at work that week and we had been going back and forth with my mom's a lot. The Miralax wasn't consistent.
Okay. All right. Now, Madeline, does she lay out her clothes for school the next day, or is that something she gets in the morning, makes a game time decision like my kid?
Typically, it is a game time decision morning of.
Okay. What about this specific evening? Do you remember anything about it?
Yes. This evening, we had I had already discussed prior to Stephan coming to visit that he was going to help me take Maddie to school that day. So because I knew that that was what was going to happen that night, I had asked Maddie, pick out your clothes, have everything ready, have your backpack ready, your water bottle, everything you need ready, so that way you could just grab your stuff and head out. It won't be too much of a hassle in the morning.
On Stephan.
And so she did. She picked out her clothing. I asked her what she was wearing, and she told me what she had picked out. I said, okay, fine.
All right, so she picks it out, but does she physically take it out of somewhere, wherever she stores her clothes, and put it somewhere?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure if she took that clothes upstairs with her or anything like that.
All right. So as far you didn't see them in your room, and did you have the opportunity to kind of see her cubby part of the living room to see if she had put them on her bed or anything like that?
I hadn't.
Does Madeline have like a water bottle or a hydro flask or whatever the kids call it that she likes to sleep with and bring up or bring wherever she's sleeping?
Typically not. That stays downstairs in her backpack, and then she'll clean it in the morning and then fill it back up. And
say that.
Oh, she knows nothing.
No, my kids are grown. I can tell you what they carry around with them to drink out of.
Same. Wow. My kids are grown and don't live with me, and I can tell you.
Right. Exactly. Mine don't either.
Right. I know. Same. Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Let alone a minor in my house. Wow. Wow.
And she left a dirty bottle in her backpack all night and cleaned it in the morning. I mean, I guess we're like picking hairs, but
Well, damn, somebody needs to.
yeah.
This baby raised her.
Yeah, she was on her own.
Yeah, with a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Those were her options. Makes me sick.
Okay. Favorite stuffed animal or stuffed animals? Anything that always goes with her wherever she's sleeping?
She does have a few stuffies and blankies. Did I see any that day?
Yeah.
Stuffies and blankies.
Yeah, it's like every 13-year-old. They don't treat her like she's, well, oh God, it's so weird.
Yeah, I know. They on one hand she's a
right, a
5-year-old.
baby. Yes. And then on the other, she's a girlfriend, apparently.
A grown person that has to do everything for herself. Stuffies and blankies. In other words, I don't think she knew.
I don't think she knew anything. Yeah, just mom is not keyed in at all.
No. Is that punishable by law? I think it should be. I do.
Yeah, I mean, was CPS not involved with these people at all? I mean, I guess they're just enough to be.
Well, and I don't think there's anything wrong with having, because I have I may or may not have an owl I sleep with every night because it's really soft. I like to rub it on my face, whatever.
Oh, I sleep with a blankie every night. I do. I've slept with it every single night.
I'm more talking about.
I call it my whoopee.
Okay. I don't really call mine.
It keeps me warm. I love it. It's my little security blanket, and I love it very much.
I feel like the owl keeps me warm and soft and cozy and
protected. You can try it out of my cold dead hands. Yeah, no, you're not getting it. It's fine.
Yeah, you're not getting. I do let there's one person in the world that gets to snuggle with my owl, and that's baby O, and that's it. That's all.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. That's right.
And it's because he insists, or I would get him something else.
He insists.
But I was more talking about the fact that she was calling them blankies and stuffies.
Right.
Not that she had blankies and stuffies, just
that's what mom calls her. Like mom still sees her like a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why mom didn't think about, sending her off to bed with her boyfriend. Maybe she just sees her as a, basically still a baby, still this, immature child. Not that that makes it right at all, but
Because
like,
I don't think this mom knew that she was an adult.
right. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, you're supposed to do adult things, Jenn. And I
Yeah.
know that she had a mental illness. I know that she struggled with that. I get it. I just find all this so odd. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, specifically, did you see if she brought any of that stuff upstairs with her?
No, I didn't see any of that stuff upstairs.
Now, separate question. Generally, habitually, like your attorney was saying, there's a difference between specific memory, but generally, would she do that? Not saying that you saw it that night.
Generally, would she do what?
Have stuffies and blankets and her favorite stuff.
Yes, she typically would.
So if Stephan says something like Maddie's building her nest and getting settled in, would that to you mean like her stuff is part of this nest, or what do you think that would mean if you know?
Because he texted Jenn that from his phone to her phone. Maddie's
She's
making
building
her nest.
All right.
So,
and what does that mean? That means like she's, got her stuffies and her things.
yeah, got her stuff to, yeah.
Okay.
So, but why would he have to text that she shoot him off so she get a good night's sleep in her king size bed?
Right? So weird. So fucking weird.
Yeah, beside him.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you recall getting that text from Stephan that night that Maddie had settled into her nest for the night?
I don't remember that text now.
Okay. My understanding was that at some point you told them it was time to go to bed.
Yeah.
Do you recall about what time that was?
Around 11 o'clock.
So that's consistent with getting home at 10:30, having this half-hour discussion and eating your pub sub? Is that a yes?
Yes.
All right. Do they comply with your wishes to go upstairs when you say that at about 11 o'clock?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Is there any further communication between either you and Madeline or you and Stephan about, all right, kids, it's time to go to bed, anything like that? Or was that the last you had heard from either one of them that night?
I think at some point Stephan comes downstairs to use the restroom and then goes back upstairs. But after that, I don't recall interacting or saying anything. So.
Okay. And my understanding is that you had some sort of parental controls over Maddie's phone. Is that accurate?
I swear that's Mr. J.
I'm not sure by parental controls exactly. I didn't have any limits or anything on the phone set up.
Well, like, for instance, if she wanted to install Game Pigeon, does that have to go through you?
Yeah. So any permissions for any apps, she would have to ask me for.
All right. And does that ring a bell as to occurring that Sunday? Game Pigeon?
I don't remember.
Okay. All right. So that's the last time you hear from either one of them until the morning. My understanding is that Stephan comes down and is dealing with your dog. Is there any communication other than perhaps Stephan coming down to use the restroom? Is there any other communication that you have between Stephan and Maddie? Do you see them? Now I've said communicate. Do you see them? Do you go up and check on them? Do you see Madeline or Stephan from the point you kick them out at 11 p.m. until you see Stephan at 8 in the morning-ish is what you guess for the dog?
No, I didn't see them.
Okay. Now, when you go to sleep, do you sleep through the night, or do you wake up and not have consistent good sleep?
I sleep through the night.
Okay. So there wouldn't be any points in time where you get up and you're taking steps or just checking on your phone because you can't go back to sleep? As far as you remember, when you go to sleep, you're out until the dog thing in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you hear or see anything during those hours involving Stephan or Madeline?
I didn't hear or see anything. Good night.
All right. What's the first thing you remember when you wake up after having gone to sleep?
I wake up to Stephan trying to put the leash on the dog.
Okay. Now, is this the first time that you've ever woken up to Stephan trying to put a leash on your dog, or is that something that has occurred before in the past?
I want to say this is the first time. It's not normal for any of us to put the leash on the dog on the bed, because if he's on top of any like bed, couch, anything, he'll pee. He gets really nervous. You have to do it on the floor. So I found it really weird that he did that. But
all right, so let me ask it a little more broadly. Is this the first time Stephan's ever come into your room while you're sleeping to take the dog out for you in the morning?
I can't recall if you said it before.
Okay. Did you find it unusual then, or what did you think when this is occurring?
When it happened, I think I was more. I found it off, but I was more worried over the dog. I was like, please don't pee on the bed. I don't want to do laundry.
Okay.
So I was more anxious over that. He put the dog on the leash and told me to lay down and go back to sleep. And I said, okay.
So were you not laying down when he tells you to go back and lay down?
No, when he put the leash on the dog, I shot off the bed because I was going to help him. I was like, no, let me do it. And he's like, no, go back to sleep. I'm fine. I got this.
Okay.
I said, okay.
Now, do you go back to sleep, or do you check your phone or do anything?
I think I go back to sleep. I look at anything.
In this period of time that you have been awoken by Stephan, do you hear or see anybody else in your household?
No question.
I hear.
No question. Is Maddie getting ready for school? Is she up? Does she need breakfast? Oh, never mind. The McDonald's story was already in play. It went from the night before.
Yeah.
But none of that was asked.
No, we're worried about the dog.
Because she don't want to do laundry.
Right. Okay. Who's shocked? Anybody shocked?
Shock meter, same.
Nope. Okay. Checking. Normally, she's such a hard worker.
Mm-hmm. And so astute to what her daughter's doing.
Yes.
There's somebody in the kitchen.
Right, Stadius.
I'm not sure who it was.
Okay. Could you identify it by size, like their steps? Could you identify gender by their voice? Anything like that?
All I heard was sounds of like cabinets shutting, like somebody in there shutting, like looking for something and shutting.
Okay. Now, if your daughter had been awake, would she come in and say goodbye to you before school, or not? Just let you sleep?
I would have hoped she would have come by and say goodbye to me.
What the?
I can't remember if this is one of the first times that Stephan actually took her to school, so I would have hoped she would have said good night, but I'm not sure.
All right. So do you fall back asleep?
I do.
And when do you wake up, and how do you wake up?
I wake up at like 9 o'clock in the morning to my alarm.
Wow.
Yeah, I wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning to my alarm. I get ready. I think at around 9:30, 9:45, I leave for my doctor's appointment.
Okay. So in this period of time from when you're waking up and getting ready, do you see anybody else in your home?
Mm-hmm. At this point, I'm not too sure. I know throughout the day I've seen my roommate in the kitchen cooking and doing her thing, but I don't recall if it was at this time.
Did you see your daughter this morning on the 26th?
No.
Did you have any texts or phone calls or any other type of communication through any possible app on your phone? Like, hey, Mom, love you at school, whatever. Any communications from Madeline?
Anything from her? Nothing.
All right. How about from Stephan by the time that you wake up at 9? Any texts or communication from him? Maddie's dropped. I'm off to the game store or whatever he's doing.
No. I didn't hear back from Stephan until 10:20ish, and he had told me he left his phone at home that whole morning by accident. And I had asked him how the morning.
I wonder by the time this.
That?
Huh?
How did he tell her that? How did he tell her that he left his phone there? He couldn't call her and tell her.
Right. Does she not know yet? I mean, by this interview, she knows that Maddie's gone.
She does. Yeah. You said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she know? Is she still thinking Stephan isn't the one who done it?
I don't know. I think, she knows because she knows what's been found on the phone by now, right?
Right. Hey, Lavender.
Hey, Lavender.
There were several people living in that house. She's not acting like she is even upset. He did it. I don't know what I'd be saying, but I know that it would be beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Wouldn't you be crying? Something?
Yeah, I would be. I mean, I'm sure she's in some kind of shock, but there's got to be a hatred for him by this time.
Right. Wouldn't you think you'd be at least saying, shit about him? It's like, no, he did not,
Yeah.
Whatever, No, he never took the dog out before. That obviously was some kind of ruse.
Yeah. But instead, she's like, I don't know. It may have been the first time he took her to school. I hope my daughter said goodbye. I don't know. Well, what?
I know, that's so weird. So weird.
Oh.
Morning went, how was Maddie? And he let me know that this morning went great. We made great time. She got busy super quick. He was going to take her to McDonald's for breakfast, but she changed her mind. All she wanted to do was sleep in the car. So he let her sleep.
That was for the cameras.
School and dropped her off, or he said he dropped her off, and that was it.
And you had a 10:15 appointment for a blood draw?
Yes.
And did you go anywhere else prior to getting to your appointment for your blood draw? Did you go directly there or not directly there? That's basically the question.
Oh, I went directly there.
Right. And after your blood draw, did you go directly back home?
Yes.
About what time did you get home?
Sometime between 11:15 and 11:30.
Did you have any other appointments or doctor's appointments later in the day?
I was supposed to have had one, but I canceled it
When did you cancel it?
that same day
Why did you cancel it?
because it was a $350 Botox appointment that I didn't want to spend the money on. I changed my mind last second.
Okay. When you get home from your blood draw appointment.
What?
I was waiting for you to respond to that. Sorry. I was waiting for your response to that. Like, I bet Randy's going to have something to say about this, isn't she?
This woman does not cease to amaze me yet.
Yeah.
I was going to get a little Botox.
Give me a little nip tuck.
I decided not to spend, what was it, $350? I guess not, Jenn.
Not, I canceled it because my daughter was missing. Nope.
Right.
Not that.
I don't know why Stephan was looking at cards. We're broke, but I was going to get Botox. It must.
Is there anybody else at your home?
when I get home from blood draw. Yes, Stephan was home.
All right. And can you describe what he's wearing, what he's doing, his demeanor, what's going on?
She didn't pay attention.
I can't recall what he's wearing. It might be a red shirt with a graphic on it.
She didn't pay attention, and here's why. She's going to say he wasn't acting any differently, and there's no way he wasn't.
I bet if you paid this woman $1,000, she couldn't tell you how he acts on a normal day.
Right.
She is checked out of life.
I hate that. I hate that she was checked out. But usually people who check out of life don't care if they've got the big wrinkle in between their eyes. I'm not saying she does. I don't see one. But I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
true. That's true. You're right.
Yeah. So that just got me.
Okay.
He's sitting in my bedroom on my desk.
I wonder, Lavender.
Prior to you getting there, he's in your room? Or is that where you guys go to talk?
That he was hanging out there in my room.
Okay.
Which tells
my room
you
is kind of like the general.
she came in from her doctor's appointment. Just like I said a while ago, she came in from her doctor's appointment and went straight to her bed.
Yes. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah,
She goes she goes from anywhere to bed. And then, leaves from there.
And then there's me, who feels guilty about going to bed at 7. I got to get rid of that guilt.
You absolutely do. Guilt is worthless. Don't even waste your time.
You're right. And just enjoy it, Randall. Enjoy it.
You got a nice evening to yourself. Enjoy it.
Yes.
You more than earned it. Just enjoy it.
Yeah, sleep definitely seems to be a priority, Calamity. And
Absolutely.
I love sleep. I love sleep, but
Same. Yeah, I love sleep too. But, I just feel like if my child was missing, I'd probably care more about that. I don't know.
yeah, sleep would be I wouldn't care if I ever slept again.
But, I need my chickies all home in the nest. And then I can sleep. I don't know. It just seems
Okay,
weird.
that makes me feel better, Calamity. Makes me feel better. I feel like I'm neglecting people, though, because for some reason, because it gets dark so early.
Who? The grown people that live in your house that can absolutely take care of themselves and did so for a month?
Oh, no. I'm talking about my friends.
Oh. Oh, never mind. Sorry, Jim.
These people around here can do it on their own.
They're fine. They're fine. I'm not talking about, no, not those people. Fuck them.
Not my husband.
We're fine.
He goes to bed at 6 to watch Yellowstone. We're good.
He's good.
We got a routine.
We got a whole routine. I put him to bed first, and then I can go to bed next. Tuck him in, and nights. The
Right, Blonde. Right. She can afford Botox, but had to have roommates in every bedroom, gave her boyfriend a bedroom, and made her daughter sleep in the living room. 40s.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah. That's me glad.
That's strange.
I walk into my room. He's sitting there on the computer chair. He's talking, acting normal, asking about the morning and how everything went, and that he let me know the errands that he ran that morning or what he was up to.
And what did he say he was up to?
He said he had dropped Maddie off at school and then afterwards went to a vape shop so he can buy vaping things.
Okay.
But that the store wasn't open, so he waited a long time for them to open. They never did. So he drove around, killed time, and then eventually made it back to my house at like 10:20. When later on, when I got home and he was home, we started discussing, or he started telling me that he was going to go back out to run a few more errands in a little bit down 192. And he gave me the name of a few stores that he might stop at. And I'm like, okay. I asked him if he wanted to meet me at my house by 2:30 so that we can go pick up Maddie from school together. And he said, yeah, he'll be back by 2:30. And I said, okay.
So was that the plan, to get her together, or was it ever discussed that he would get her alone?
The plan was for us to get her together.
Okay. All right. And so does he leave before you leave?
Actually, before this, while we were still discussing, while we were having the conversation in my room, he did mention at one point, while he was sitting there, that he had to reboot his phone, or that he had to update his phone. And what was it? He had to update his phone. So I told him, stop avoiding it, do it. Like, updates take a while, like, do it. And while he was updating his phone, he said, I don't know what I did, but I just factory reset my phone. And I said, that's weird. I didn't know that you could do that. He said, yeah, a button popped up and I pressed it and it just reset my entire phone.
Liar.
Oh, that sucks.
So what, does he leave before you do to go do these errands he was telling you about?
Yes, he does leave.
Do you stay at home until
Right,
it's time to
Calamity.
go get Madeline?
Yes.
Do you hear anything from Stephan while he's out doing these errands?
No.
So 2:30 rolls around. Is Stephan back home yet?
No. At this point, I leave.
Do you try and call him or text him or communicate with him?
Yeah, I had been calling him, like, maybe starting 15 minutes before I was supposed to leave, just to see where he was.
Did he answer?
No. I leave at 2:30. Around 10 minutes later, I get a phone call from him. And he said, I'm so sorry. I left my phone at home again on accident.
Then how is he calling her?
I was driving down 192 and my tire exploded or shredded. And I had to pull over into one of the plazas and change my tire. He said he hurt his thumb doing that. And that, he was late and didn't make it back on time for that reason.
All right. When you leave to go pick Madeline up at 2:30, do you take her phone with you?
I do.
And how is it that you come to get her phone to go with you?
At some point in the morning, I was organizing and putting things away, and I walked into her bedroom and I saw her phone on her dresser. And I just assumed, she must have left it here while getting dressed and forgot it.
Okay. Was it on?
Yes.
And sometimes when you bump or move phones, the notification screen comes up. Did you happen to do that? And did you see if there was any incoming notifications that she had missed?
I hadn't seen any, no.
Okay. All right. So you go to school, and due to time constraints, like an NFL football game, we're going to kind of jump ahead a little bit. My understanding is that you want to be first in line, and you have to get there early to do that, and I understand that.
Yeah.
She doesn't come out.
She doesn't know.
Did you call her phone?
I did.
Why did you do that?
Because I forgot I had it with me. I was like, where is she? Why isn't she out yet? So I start calling her phone, and then I start realizing I'm hearing vibrating, and then I look down and I see her phone's with me. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
How am I going to get a hold of her? Because I'm the first in line. The cars behind me already have children. They're full. They're waiting for me to leave.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to kind of jump ahead. Did Madeline ever complain to you about believing that Stephan had taken her Christmas money?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Christmas money went missing. And we were both, I don't even know how to explain this. We had collected all of her envelopes with Christmas money and consolidated into one. I'll put all her money into one.
Yep.
And then I said, I will put this somewhere safe. And I thought I had put it in my nightstand. A few days later comes around, whatever. We start looking for it or asking for it or something like that, and we can't find it. We can't find it at all.
So let me just narrow it down. Did she accuse Stephan of taking it?